Hey, so it's time to have the controls that I made in the last video control the upper body of this skeleton. I've switched back to my offset parent matrix controls because they are new and exciting, and I like doing things that are new and exciting. If you have used the other method, don't worry. At this point, the big thing you want to remember is that you're going to work with the curves and not the group nodes. And apart from that, it should be the same thing. So right now, all of these curves are great. They're in the right place. They are correctly oriented to the joints. All I need to do is have them control the joints. For that, I am going to go back to my constraint menu, and I think we're just going to work with the parent constraint again, just to make all of our lives a little easier. So in this case, we're going to be going in the opposite direction, and at this point we are going to be using maintain offset. The reason for that is that even though this curve is correctly positioned and oriented to the joint, there is an offset. The joint is located at these coordinates, whereas the curve, despite existing in the exact same place, is located at these coordinates. I know that that's really weird. That's okay. The parent constraint offset will account for that. So I'm going to select the control curve first and the root joint second. The joint is green. That means it is the active selection. And because it is the active selection, that is where the constraint will be made. So curve first, joint second, and when I apply this, now the root joint has this blue thing that tells me that the constraint has been made. And when I click on this root control curve, I can now move, and it'll move the entire skeleton, and rotate, and that will rotate the entire skeleton. Ooh, fancy! I'm going to go through the rest of the skeleton using the same principle. I will select the control curve first and the joint second, and hit apply on my parent constraint with the offset. Joint first, control curve second, apply. Joint first, control curve second, apply. Oh my goodness, I said that backwards. Control curve first, joint second, apply. 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 Right arm, control curve first, joint second. This gets really repetitive, and you can absolutely see why scripters will write a script to automate this process, because boy, you just do the same thing a lot. Having gotten through the final one, which I did backwards, I can tell that because I can see this parent constraint node right here. Whew! Control curve first, joint second, apply. Good, my controls are nice and clean. If I look at my joints have all of these constraint nodes. I'm feeling good. So I'll go ahead, I'll close this, I'll close this. Let's turn the geometry on and the skeleton off. And now if I take this, I can move the arm around. And if I rotate, I can also rotate the arm. Not bad. The clavicle control here will let me do a little extra swing. Okay. Good stuff. I am pretty happy with this. I will pause this video here and make another really short one about cleaning up these controls. So bear with me, I will be right back. We are almost done with the upper body. Yay!